Well, needless to say, this always makes me nervous when I see them. This always makes me nervous. There was also an accident just now out here, but they send divers. Evidently, this boat out here, I think they run a line all the way up to the beach, and they actually send divers to investigate if it is anchored properly. And because they have rules about everything, you can't tie to mango trees, you can't anchor to anything except an official anchor. And so yeah, that's probably what's going on here this morning. I'm hoping that they don't come over and visit me, because lately I've been able to avoid any tickets. So this is a Jupiter PD, and so actually they came and visited me a couple days ago and gave me a couple heads up on things, and it was okay. So hopefully there'll be no problem this morning. So that's what's happening. They, I guess what they're doing here is checking anchors. That's what I. Morning.
Morning to you, Mangrove.
Yeah, checking anchors, huh? And if they find you're not, if they find you're not anchored properly, then they can give you cite your tickets. So I hope there's no problem this morning. Well, I'm not sure, but I think, look, I think there must be a diver here.
How many vessels do you have?
I guess two.
Okay.
Two and a dinghy. Is Mr. Brown there?
Officer Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I'm just curious if you were part of the team.
You what?
Curious if you were part of the team here.
He is a team player. Yeah, I just don't do the diving.
Okay.
You're not tied off to our mangroves anymore, right?
Not to the mangroves, no.
Alright. You want to grab on? We'll pull you to the next. Chad, you're so neat.
Yeah, this always makes good video when, you know. Hey, I understand it's...
Lonely Sunday night.
I understand it's legal to video anything in the public.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't know that before. And
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're videoing you, you're videoing us.
there you go. What's fair is fair, yeah.
Absolutely.
Are these actually with your department, the divers?
These? Oh, yes.
I thought maybe I had to hire them out.
Yeah. No. We are bona fide police.
Okay. Do your guns work underwater or not so good? Huh?
Not a good idea. The tasers don't work so well.
That could be shocking.
Exactly. You doing any work today on your houseboat?
I'm out of materials at the moment. But
Good luck.
thank you guys. Appreciate your...
You got solar?
I'm getting there.
High tech.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, I did not plan on making a video this morning, but I woke up kind of to the sound of a crash out here in the intersection. Right? Boom! And actually the screech came after. It was like boom, boom, like boom. I don't know. Anyway, probably took 4 minutes for the sirens. It didn't sound too serious. So if I thought I could do something, I would have been on my way over. Anyhow. And then you see the beginning. All of a sudden, here are the Jupiter Marine Police, right? I'm okay with them now. And they asked me in that video, "You're not anchored to the mangroves anymore, are you?" I said, no, not to the mangroves. You see, technically it can only be to a official anchor. And actually, one of my ropes down here in the front, right, is going to an old generator. And they didn't even check me, okay? Thank God, because, well, they know me, they know I'm trying to get this finished. They know I'm trying to get out of here and set sail again, and they were very nice, and you see in the video, they just kind of went on their way. I mean, they did kind of go under my sailboat out here to check it, but as far as checking if it was tied back there, and technically, you see that old pole there, it's I have a chain running to it, and I have an anchor behind it. I kind of go around that pole, and then that is a very good way to anchor a boat, by the way. You put a post in. I learned this over in the Philippines, right? And you run the rope to it and around it, and then put the anchor out behind it. And then I guess the pole's kind of in the middle and between the anchor, and so when it pulls, wow, that post takes a lot of the load. And so I'm here. It's a nice day. It's getting warm. We had a lot of rain, and if you see, I'm not going to go back over the status if you see my previous video, but I do have a campaign going on right now because I really need that motor there. Is really it's not strong enough. Oh no, was I zoomed up? I hate that. I was zoomed up during that piece there. But anyhow, that 25 is not going to be sufficient, and I have a GoFund going on because, I mean, them motors are very expensive. You're talking a few $1,000s. Plus, I have to get steering. I have to have steering cables running all the way up here to the cab, okay? And there also, that's expensive stuff. And so I do have a campaign because I want to get on my way. It will be coming up on a year in April. And I've been here building this new boat. And just on my pension, I've gotten very little in the way of any contributions towards this. But let me show you, actually, besides my GoFund, I'll show you what else I've started here. Alright, so I want to show you this little campaign I've got going on here. There's this walkway here. They call it River Walk. It's pretty long, okay? And quite a few people stroll up and down here. So I've posted this sign here, and I don't know, it won't surprise me that if some authority says, no, you can't do that, even though it's just a paddleboard, happens to have a little sign on it. So anyhow, I'm hoping that maybe some of the people that have been complaining about my boat here, right, will say, hey, don't pay people to come out and vandalize it like you did months ago. Instead, just help me get a new motor, and I'll be glad to be gone. So that's what's happening here, and there's your update. And I'll walk you out here a little bit, maybe give you a little more visual on this boat, even though I recently, hopefully, I'd hate to drop my camera, right? This selfie stick made out of paint roller and barbecue thongs, so, and Another thing I'm really needing before I sail is a new dinghy. You know, they slashed the inflatable 2 times that I had here, but then when I got this, the fellow had this orange thing laying out there, right? And so it fit right down inside of the old. It was just two. I tried patching it and all, right, and so it fit down and it's working, but it has a lot of drag on it. Okay, and so anyhow, here's the boat as it is now. The windows. I need to get a stiffener along that one there. It's not quite, but anyhow, they're working. And got my decking around 3 sides now, okay? And I just need to get the decking around the other end. And this will, okay, so anyhow, I'm going to have to get my dinghy and go around, but that's what's happening this morning. Wouldn't it be great if, within a few weeks, I can finally set sail again, and just praying the Lord again provides me ministry opportunities to share my faith and so forth, like that. Okay, thanks for following. Catch you next time. I think it didn't work. Essentially says that I need to get a new motor so that I can sail on as soon as possible, and if anyone wants to help. Okay. Well, hello, what's going on here? So anyhow, just come back in my boat, right? I see the security little golf carts they ride around in. It's the security for this big complex, this whole Riverwalk. Actually, some of it is private property. I expect that they, even though that sign is, I believe, technically in the water, part of the waterway, okay, so far away at the water level, where it shouldn't come under their jurisdiction whatsoever. But you watch if they don't come up to an objection about that sign being there. All right, well, that's what's up next here, and thanks for following. Bye. I thought maybe some of you actually are curious exactly what I put on that sign, so I'm just going to read to you when I wrote out. It says, this is my new houseboat. My last one was destroyed after a typhoon in Malaysia. It was actually Brunei. I intend to resume my missionary adventure to Mexico and South America next. You may even view some of my previous journey on YouTube by searching Jonathan Selby. My new boat is sufficiently finished. It really does need a bit more work, but I can leave and get out of this noisy, somewhat troublesome environment soon. It is sufficiently finished, and I'm anxious to sail on as soon as possible. However, I'm only lacking a stronger motor and steering controls up to the cockpit. Unfortunately, these items are very expensive, and on my small pension and miscellaneous odd jobs, I got some work driving for Lyft for a few weeks, but the rental for the car was almost made it prohibitive, but still, it will take many months of sitting here just trying to, and whatever work, to accumulate enough to buy that a decent motor and so forth. If any are willing to help support me, it would be greatly appreciated. I intend to head up towards north, and then to Stewart and cut across Lake Okeechobee and come over to the Gulf side. And then once I'm on the Gulf side, I can sail around and down in Mexico and South America, because I'm leery to go out on the ocean with this untested boat. But after I sail around the Gulf a little bit, if I'm comfortable, I may cut out to the Caribbean or something like that. We'll see what the Lord has. It's one day at a time. And then it says if you want, you can call to me and I will come over, or you could email me at Jonathan's Second Journey at gmail.com. And the GoFundMe link is on my new Facebook. You know, they took down my 7-year Facebook of all my documents without explanation, and saying suddenly that I'm ineligible to use it. I've not been able to get any further follow-up on that. And then I put my phone number there and say thanks for your consideration. So I'm hoping that I can continue my journey soon and get a new motor, something that I can trust, not that will do the job. And so hopefully we'll see what happens during next month, or if I'm going to be sitting here and slowly trying to earn the money for this, but hopefully I can get on my way sooner and back to what I love doing, sailing and sharing. Okay, have a blessed day.